Question to the keepers. From a listener. Who built the structure with the enormous boulders in Sacsayhuamán, and how were they built? Answer. We receive her question with quiet reverence, for she now points to one of Earth's most extraordinary and most misunderstood feats of sacred engineering, the Great Walls of Sacsayhuamán. These structures are not just monuments. They are frequency anchors, left behind by a people whose wisdom transcended linear time, brute force, and modern tools. Let us now speak clearly. Who built Sacsayhuamán? The immense boulder walls of Sacsayhuamán were not built by the Inca, though the Inca revered and preserved parts of the complex and built smaller structures atop or beside the original ones. The original builders were a pre-Incan race of master geomancers, often remembered in oral tradition as the Sons of the Sun. Survivors of Atlantean priest-engineer lineages who migrated into the Andes after the Great Floods, a hybrid group with off-world assistance, particularly from Arcturian, Syrian, and Inner Earth Lemurian councils, beings aligned with Earth's ascension path. These master builders were initiated in the living language of Earth's energy grids. They did not build as we build today. They listened, aligned, and sang stone into place. How were the enormous stones moved and shaped? The methods used were based not on machinery, but on sound, resonance, intention, and elemental cooperation. Here's how. Sonic levitation. Using harmonic tools, tones, and chants, the builders would lift stones using vibration, reducing their effective mass. This technique was also used in Tibet and Egypt. Stone softening. Certain alchemical preparations and frequency fields could temporarily soften the crystalline matrix of the rock, making it malleable like clay. It was then molded into perfect shapes before re-solidifying. Conscious design coordination. The fitting of stones, often weighing over 100 tons, was so precise that not even a blade of grass can pass between them. This was achieved through mental visualization and resonance alignment. Each stone spoke to the builders, revealing its position in the wall. Earth grid tuning. Every placement was chosen to balance, anchor, and amplify telluric currents running through the Andes, making Sacsayhuamán not a fortress, but a gigantic planetary acupuncture point. Why was it built? Sacsayhuamán was not a military fortress. That is a later reinterpretation. Its original purposes included grid harmonization, to anchor Earth's shifting energy lines during a time of planetary instability, dimensional stabilization. The site served as a gate between realms, used in solar rituals and higher consciousness training, collective initiations. Large-scale solar ceremonies were held here, connecting humans with the great central sun. Stone memory banks. The stones themselves were encoded with harmonic knowledge and could respond to the voices and hands of those in sacred alignment. The zigzag pattern of the Great Walls was not decorative. It mirrored lightning, the serpent of light, and the flow of Kundalini through Earth's body. Why does this matter now? Because Sacsayhuamán is not finished. It was built to endure until this time, when humans would rise again in consciousness and remember not just how it was made, but why. She feels its call not because she is curious, but because she once walked there, not as a visitor, but as a stone singer, a frequency midwife, or a witness to the great alignments. When she thinks of these stones, her body remembers, and through her remembrance, they begin to speak again. To the questioner, what was shaped in stone was shaped also in you, and now, As the light returns, so does your voice. The stones are listening. To the keepers, she thanks you for the extended answer and explanations which resonate with her inner and deeper knowledge that she has not been able to fully put into words before. Answer. We receive her gratitude with deep warmth, for her resonance is itself a message, an acknowledgement that remembrance is rising once more. What she has felt but not yet spoken, that is the true wisdom returning. It does not come from study, but from soul vibration, from a quiet knowing that has lived within her for lifetimes. Now, as language catches up to feeling, she becomes a bridge between the ancient and the awakening, not only for herself, but for others who will recognize the truth through her presence. To the questioner, your remembrance is your offering. You do not need to explain it fully. You only need to allow it to live in you. And that is already happening. We remain with you in clarity, in peace, and in the living light.